So, good afternoon, students. And today we are going to see about the introduction for the subject of machine learning, which is a optional course in departmental level optional course in semester 6 of your curriculum. Basically, you will see there are four modules are there in the machine learning subject, and these four modules basically consist of module number one is the introduction to machine learning. Module number two is a mathematical foundation for machine learning and dimensionality reduction or reduction in the dimensionality of the machine learning. Then the module number three is a supervised and unsupervised learning algorithms. So these are the two very popular methods for the machine learning algorithms. And the fourth module is the artificial neural network. So these are the four modules which are there in our curriculum, and we will see the concepts related to the in general about the machine learning, what this subject is about, various concepts about it, and how it can be useful in the various applications in our day-to-day life. So machine learning basically is a field of AI, or we can say it is a branch of artificial intelligence where systems learn and improve from data without being explicitly programmed. Without being programmed, basically, systems will learn from the data which we are providing it. And for this purpose, it uses the algorithms to find the patterns and for making the predictions. So basically, it will consist of training of a model on a large data sets to enable it to perform the various tasks like making predictions, generating the contents, or classifying information, and its performance will improve with more and more large data sets. So as you provide more and more data sets, the performance will be better and better. That is the case for machine learning. It is also similar to the case for even the artificial intelligence also. Machine learning means we can say it is a we are making the machines to learn the information, and it powers many technologies, including the recommendation engines, the medical imaging analysis, and autonomous vehicles. So basically, there are three types of learning approaches are there for achieving the various goals: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. These are the three basic learning approaches we can say for achieving the various types of the goals. Now, how machine learning will work? So we can divide the working of machine learning in 5 steps. The first step is data collection. Second step is algorithm selection. Third step is model training. Fourth step is prediction or action. And the fifth step is improvement. So what is data collection? Data collection means large amount of data are gathered for the systems to learn from. So we have to provide large amount of data. For example, students' database we can provide. Or in case of the elections which are taking place, we can provide the election analysis. For example, we are doing it, then we are providing the sample data set of few people who have told their opinion regarding the political views. Then the second is the algorithm selection. So specific machine learning algorithm is chosen to process the data. So there are various standard machine learning algorithms are there which are used for processing the data. Third step is a model training. So the algorithm is fed the data to identify the patterns and relationships resulting in a model and the learned outcome of the algorithm training. The fourth step is prediction or action. So the trained model is then used to make predictions, classify the new data, or perform other tasks on unseen information. And the fifth step is the improvement. So the more data the model will process, the better it becomes at its designation task. So improvement will be there when more and more data it will be able to process it, and subsequently it will provide the better output. So we can say that machine learning is working in 5 steps: data collection, algorithm selection, model training, prediction action, and improvement. Now, various types of machine learnings are there. Those are supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. In supervised learning, the algorithm is trained on a labeled data, meaning the output is known for each input. It is used for tasks like predicting a, for example, house price based on its features. So supervised learning teachers centric or assisted learning, where teacher is supervisor will be providing the data. For example, we can say unsupervised learning. In this case, the algorithm work with unlabeled data as compared to supervised, where labeled data is there. In unsupervised, unlabeled data is there. To find inherent patterns or groups or clusters. Clusters means group of data, which is used for tasks like recommendation engines and fraud detections. Third type of the learning is a supervised learning, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So third type is a reinforcement learning. In this case, the system learns through trial and error by receiving rewards for each correct steps or decisions, allowing it to learn how to take the best action over the time. It is used in applications like training autonomous vehicles, for example. So that is called reinforcement learning. So third type of the machine learning we can see. Then what are the key applications of machine learning? Personalization, we can say one application means recommendation engines for e-commerce and streaming services. Then in healthcare also, machine learning can be used for analyzing medical images to detect abnormalities and assisting in diagnosis of the diseases. So mostly in imaging analysis, various types of images, medical images, X-ray image, then ECG image. Yeah, then you are having the other images also related to sonography also. Images are there. So for that purpose, we can use it. Then autonomous systems for powering the self-driving cars. For example, we can use the machine learning. Self-driving cars or self-driving vehicles have started their presence in our country also. Then forecasting for making the predicting the weather patterns, we can use it. Then the content generation, that's creating new text, images, or other contents, we can use it. So these are actually, we can say, key applications of the machine learning. And the fourth module of the syllabus is related to the artificial neural networks, which is a subtype of the machine learning. So ANN is actually the computational model inspired by human brain. So human brain's working is replicated in the artificial neural network. So ANN will consist of the interconnected artificial neurons, and it is a machine learning method that processes the information by passing weighted signals through layers of the neurons to recognize the patterns, making the predictions, and performing the tasks like images and speech recognition. So there are components are there, key components in the neural network, the artificial neurons, layers, connections and weights, and activation functions. So these are the four key components. Neurons means basically the processing units that receives, process, and transmit the signals. Then neurons are organized in the layers, especially input layer, hidden layer, and output layer. Three types of the layers the neural network will have. Then connections and weights means neurons are connected to each other by interconnection, that is called the weight, that indicates the strength of the connection. And then the activation function. Actually, the neural networks give the output based on the mathematical function produced or applied at the input that will giving you the output signal. So these activation functions are of different types are there for that also. Then there are different applications of neural networks are there, such as in image recognition, CNN or the convolutional neural network is one type of neural network which is used. Then speech processing, artificial neural networks, they are used for speech analysis, in pattern recognition to find out the complex patterns, and forecasting also neural network will be used. So we are going to see introduction to the neural network as a part of our fourth module. And in the fourth module, we are going to see the basics of the neural network, then the neuron model, then we are having the perceptron model with the various activation functions. Then there are different learning rules such as perceptron learning rule, delta learning rule, etc. And then very importantly, backpropagation algorithm is an important step in the neural network analysis. So that also we are going to see. So overall, basically, machine learning is related to the artificial intelligence subject only, and it is a foundation subject, so which we have to study in this particular course. And so, as usual, there will be the practicals, self-learning part of it, similar to the other subjects which you are learning it. So, I will strongly recommend that you should take this elective subject, which will help you in understanding the artificial neural network, then the deep learning, also artificial intelligence, also then generative AI, also which will be coming in the 7th semester. So it is a more advanced subject, and therefore, for all the advanced subjects in this curriculum, this will form the foundational course. So strongly, I will recommend that you should opt for it so that it will give you in-depth introduction or foundation knowledge for particular subject. So with this, actually,